What's up, Combate Global? Shane Fazen here, and we're breaking down Tito Ortiz versus Alberto del Rio. This fight happened 5 years ago, March of 2020, and this one may have flown under your radar. This is actually Tito Ortiz's last MMA match, and he's going up against Alberto del Rio. Now, if you don't recognize this guy, Alberto El Patron, goes by a million different stage names. It's probably because you're not following pro wrestling, but he was the first Mexican-born WWE champion, and even if you're just an MMA fan, you have seen him fight before. Do you remember when Mirko Krokop fought a guy in a lucha libre mask, booted him in the head 40 seconds into the fight with that signature left kick and sent him into the shadow realm? You remember that? That was Alberto del Rio right there. So he's been around. Alberto's had 15 MMA matches under his belt, not the best record ever. So on paper, Tito Ortiz should absolutely run through it. Wow, look at this guy here. You think he's chanting for Alberto or Tito? Anyway, it should be an easy fight for Tito. So why has this video gone viral? I think you're going to be surprised what happens within the first 5 seconds of this fight. So both fighters take center of La Jaula, and they start exchanging jabs. And not bad from Alberto, like good head movement. Look at this double. All right, hold on, let me pause that there. So what happens is Tito initiates the clinch, gets double underhooks, usually a great position, especially for someone like Tito who's got really good wrestling. Alberto just hit a lat drop with double overhooks. The only person off the top of my head that I can remember that's ever done that in an MMA match is John Jones, who's in contention for the GOAT, right? Greatest of all time. Are we looking at the real GOAT? Is Alberto El Patron the real GOAT? Let's keep watching. So he's got the wizard, gives it up, ends up on his back. Tito's on top, inside control. And this is where you start to see the discrepancy in skill right here. Like, Alberto's trying to use the cage, but there's zero hip movement, right? He's not shrimping. He's not hip escaping at all. He's trying to frame with his elbows. But look how calm, cool, collected that Tito is. And Tito is just one of the best at draining people, at fatiguing you, getting you tired, dragging you into deep waters, and then just picking you apart and beating you up. And we already start to see that here, right? Look, he switches his hips. He's going to eventually get knee on belly here. Meanwhile, Alberto kind of looks like a fish out of water, except I would like to actually see more hip movement, more bumping. He doesn't really seem to be doing much of anything here. Tito Ortiz doing what he does best. He's controlling that far side arm, but you can see he's starting to line up, getting the ground and pound set up. He's putting pressure on him, knee on belly. A little bit of scrambling there from Alberto. Tries to go for a takedown, but look, we got the front headlock position from Tito here. Alberto stands up. He's weighing on him. Possible guillotine here. Now look, Alberto fights the wrist, disengages. Looks pretty uncomfortable here though. Not the best footwork. Looks a little fatigued already. Nice knee pick attempt, and then transitions and gets that near side leg, drops him down to the mat. Here's some urgency now here from Alberto. Look, he goes to try to re-wrestle and attack that leg again, but Tito just starts beating up the body, weighs heavy on him with that sprawl. I like how he controls that far side leg too, preventing Alberto from driving into the ground, from using that leg at all so that he can't get the takedown. Watch how he takes the back here, Tito. Really good position, again, weighing on Alberto. He's going to start to soften him up with punches here. This is like signature Huntington Beach bad boy right here. Now, granted, Tito's about to turn 45 at the time of this fight. Alberto's 42 in this match. So obviously both of them are out of their prime, but the comment section is pretty divided. Some people are like, I thought Alberto did pretty good against someone like Tito. Other people thought it was completely rigged, which I doesn't look like it at all to me here. It just looks like a skill discrepancy, if anything. Tito drags him back down, controlling the wrist on the far side there, preventing, and now he flattens him out. Like, at this point, it's not looking good. He continues to fight, and look, when I'm looking at the comment section, I'm thinking of a couple of things here. To the untrained eye, this may be boring to some people, right? A grappling and ground and pound type situation, but there's a lot of high-level stuff that's going on from Tito here. I love the positioning here where he's over top of Alberto, got him pinned against the cage. Alberto concedes, he rolls to his back, he rolls belly down. And when someone rolls belly down intentionally, it's kind of like, I'm done. Choke me out. Can you think of any examples of where that's happened in a fight, where people don't want to strike anymore, so they shoot the takedown? They don't want to fight anymore, so they go belly down. It's kind of a chance for you to give up. And then, and then of course, the signature emote from Tito, the dig in the grave and bury it. Listen, so there you have it, right? It kind of went as expected. But when you take a celebrity and you put them in a boxing match, people tune in because either they want to see them get beat up or they want to see if they actually have a puncher's chance. To me, it's kind of the same when you take a pro wrestler and put him against an MMA veteran. What is wrestling? It's theater with athletes, right? Absolutely, they're athletes, but one's a sport, and it's the most difficult sport in the world. And when you take someone who plays a role as a tough guy, again, there's a very small chance. Of course, there's always a chance, but to me, this is exactly how it was supposed to play out. If you like this format, I want to invite you to a special event that we're holding July 17th. It's going to be live and free right here on the Combate Global YouTube channel for our next event. And the main event is going to be bonkers. We got Jaden Ortega versus Ivan Castillo. And this kid, Ortega, man, talk about young, hungry, skilled, talented. This kid has got it all. I think he's going to be the face of Combate. Super talented fighter. You don't want to miss this fight. But here's what's going to be different about this one is we're getting rid of our commentary desk. So I'm going to be joined alongside the best in the industry, Alex Wendling, and we're going to be standing right next to Lahala. We're going to be calling the fights. We're going to be doing technique breakdowns in between rounds. We're going to be doing tutorials in between fights. And then we're also going to have a live feed of the YouTube chat. So you can chat. We're going to shout you out. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to ask you questions like, what advice would you provide the fighters in between rounds if you were in their corner? We want to hear what you have to say. It's going to be a little chaotic, a little crazy. Frankly, I don't even know what to expect, but I think it's going to be a good time. So set your reminder now. We will see you this Thursday, July 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.